Jennifer Walters was once shot and on the brink of death. If it weren't for her cousin being there to give her an emergency blood transfusion, she likely would have died. The only problem is that her cousin was Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk with gamma-irradiated blood. In the hospital, Jennifer undergoes a drastic change into the Savage She-Hulk for the first time, and the rest is history. But actually, there was some pretty interesting history that came before this as well. What was it in the real world that led to She-Hulk's creation in the first place? Would you believe it was something kinda dumb? Welcome to Real Origins. I'm Scott. We normally tackle Real Origin episodes in the main show, but I wanted to see if it could stand as its own show, so let's see how it goes. We all know that comics are filled with trademark and copyright issues that inspire a lot of characters to be made, especially Marvel. We've discussed this before in our Captain Marvel episode when Marvel scooped up the name, the trademark on the name, just so that no one else could have it. They did it with Spider-Woman too, which is a really interesting story that I hope to get into someday, but they also did the same thing for She-Hulk as well. You see, this was during the 1970s when the Incredible Hulk TV show was going strong. Marvel figured that it probably wouldn't be long before the show would introduce a female version of the Hulk, and they didn't want the company behind the show, aka Universal Studios, to get a trademark on any female Hulk characters. Marvel got wind of a rumor that this is precisely what the show is planning on doing, to introduce a female counterpart to the Hulk. Acting quickly in February of 1980, Stan Lee and John Buscema sat down and rapidly produced Savage She-Hulk #1, just so Marvel could get the trademark first before anyone else. Fun fact, many people also consider her to be the last noteworthy Marvel character that Stan Lee helped create. She-Hulk never did end up appearing in the Incredible Hulk TV series, which really isn't a surprise, right? The main guy behind the show, Kenneth Johnson, wasn't super interested in the comics, instead opting for the series to have mostly original characters. Nonetheless, it was Marvel's panic that the show might introduce a female Hulk, which led them to create She-Hulk in the first place, and she has recently become one of my favorite Marvel characters, so thank you, aggressive trademark protection. What do you guys think? Is it just kind of silly that some characters are created solely for legal reasons, or are you just happy that they exist in the first place? And if you were a fan of the Incredible Hulk TV show, would you have liked to see She-Hulk in an episode or two? Let's talk about it all in the comments below. And in case you were wondering, I got this info from Brian Cronin's book, Was Superman a Spy?, which is a super great read for discovering real-world trivia behind comics. I've used it for many videos, and I will definitely use it for many more. I'll put a link to it to where you can buy it in the description below. And if this is your first time hanging out with us here at NerdSync, we make new videos every week because we believe that asking questions and examining comics can actually enhance your comic book reading experience and make comics just a little bit more awesome. So make sure you hit that big sexy subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Once again, I'm Scott. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, and we will see you on Monday for another episode of the NerdSync podcast, available on iTunes and SoundCloud. See ya. Oh, and let me know what you thought about these Real Origin videos as this whole standalone thing. Comments.